Among the classics of mignon pastry, cream cannoncini are one of the most loved pastries, and also the easiest to make at home.
Bon appétit!
Let's start with ready-made puff pastry dough, so as I said, it will be very easy. To make it easier to cut even strips of dough, I am using a stick that is 1 centimeter wide. Obviously, you could also just cut them freehand. Once we have obtained these strips, we will roll them around these pastry tubes. Roll a strip of pastry around the tube on one end, and then roll a strip around the other end. Once I have finished shaping them around the tube, I will press in the ends, just like this, which will help prevent the cream from coming out. Now, let's sprinkle them with a good helping of powdered sugar, which will create a wonderful caramelization. Our cannoncini should be baked in the oven at 200 degrees in static mode for 15 minutes, and then, to perfectly brown them, for another 3 to 5 minutes on broil. Now it's time for the most classic and delicious filling, custard. In a saucepan, start mixing together the egg yolks and the sugar. Use a spatula for this step, so that you don't incorporate too much air. Let's add in the cornstarch, the seeds from a vanilla bean. Then, we'll temper that with a bit of milk that I brought to a boil. Mix well, making sure to scrape the spatula and the bottom of the pan, and then pour in the rest of the milk. Return the pot to the heat and let it thicken while continuing to stir. When the custard starts to thicken, remove it from the heat and stir vigorously. Then, to cool it quickly, and more importantly, prevent it from continuing to cook, pour it into a low and wide container, place plastic wrap directly on the surface and let it cool. The custard has cooled, as have our cannoncini. So, we can start to slide the tubes out. And we can fill them up with the custard. And finish them with a touch of hazelnut. There! And here are our cannoncini. They are ready for a Sunday lunch and for me to eat as snacks.
Bon appétit!
Fantastic!